Welcome, guys, to day 6 of question and answer series on meta ads. And today we are going to be answering this question: how long should I let an ad run before judging performance? This is also a very common question that a lot of my students usually ask me, that how long should I wait for this ad before I switch it off to determine whether this ad is doing well or not. So I want to answer that question in this video, and I believe that you are going to learn something from it. So if you're just meeting me, I am Philip Digitals. I run Facebook ads for digital creators and affiliate marketer. I specialize in lead generation ads. So this is who I am. You can subscribe to this channel to know more about me, to know more about what I do. So let us dive into this video. So you need to understand that Facebook algorithm is data driven, not time driven. It is data driven, not time driven. What this means is that what matters is how much data you have or the system has concerning your advert. Do you get it? Not just how many days the ad has been live. So you shouldn't be asking how many days should I leave this ad to run before I determine the performance. No. What you should do is that how much data do you have now? Because it is the data you have that should inform you on your decision whether you should keep the ad running or you should stop the ad. So your data such that impression, clicks, conversion. So instead of thinking in days, think in learning phase completion and statistical significance. What am I saying here? Because the truth is, when you set up an ad, the ad goes through a learning phase, and the learning phase for each ad is different. My ad can finish a learning phase within 6 hours, some within 24 hours, some depending on how much data Facebook have gathered. Because in the learning phase, Facebook is trying to know the kind of audience that will need your advert. So they are juggling through different bucket of audiences. So when they say, okay, this audience is doing better, then they now push your ad to those audience first. So you must allow your ad complete the learning phase. Once your ad complete the learning phase, then you can be sure that the decision you are making is correct. Because if your ad does not finish the learning phase and you switch up the ad, you can never know whether the ad will do well or not. Do you get it? So that is what you should be thinking, not the days, but the data you have gotten. Now, so these are the things that you should do. Number one, let the ad run for at least 1 or 2 days. No learning phase is going to pass 2 days. So let your ad run between 1 or 2 days. This gives Meta enough time to exist the learning phase and stabilize your result. Now, if your ad has not exist this learning phase, if you switch it off, you can never know whether the ad will do well or not. So always give it enough time for it to exit the learning phase so that you can now know what your ad is, the kind of result that your ad is going to give you, right? So in that time, don't touch your budget, your targeting, or your creative. While waiting for your ad to leave the learning phase, don't touch anything, just leave it, let it keep running, right? So within 2 days, your ad should have passed the learning phase, right? So number two, wait until you have at least 3,000 impression or 50 conversion, depending on your goals. Now, if you are running a messaging ad, right, that people are coming to your DM, before you switch off your ad, at least have 50 messages. Because for you to have 50 messages, that means that at least maybe 100 person have seen the ad, right? So with that, Facebook should already have been able to determine the kind of audience that will love your ad. So also check your impression. Now, once your ad has not gotten to 3,000 impression, then there's no need for you to up the ad yet. That means that the ad has not really do well. So just let it wait until you have at least 3,000 impression or at least 50 conversion before you switch it off, right? So if you haven't hit that number, don't judge performance yet. The system is still learning. And the interesting thing is that once the system already learn the kind of audience that love your ad and your ad is still on, trust me, your ad is going to do fantastically very well, right? So number three, avoid emotional optimization. What does this mean? Don't post an ad after one day, one bad day. I've seen this happen a lot of time, Even some people, the ad just started. Within 2 hours, they are already agitated. They are already like, this ad is not doing well. I'm like, your ad just started. Allow it to run. Don't be emotional. There's this advice I used to give my students. Don't be emotional. Don't be emotionally attached to your advert. No, don't judge your advert based on emotion. Judge your advert based on your data. Now, the fact that someone out there is getting maybe 100 naira per lead and you are getting 200 naira per lead does not mean that their own ad is doing better than yours. No, you should consider, okay, how much am I able to, like I think in the last video or the two video or the three video, I talked about how much are you willing to spend on a customer. Now, if I'm running an ad that the return on my investment is about 12,000 naira and Facebook is charging me 200 naira per lead, I'm not concerned, right? So don't judge your ad emotionally. Facebook ad performance can fluctuate daily. So judge based on trends and not just snapshots, right? Number four, check the cost per result trend. After 1 to 2 days, look at the trend line. Is your cost per result decreasing or is it stabilizing? If results are improving, leave it. If they are getting worse consistently, test new creative or audience. So your cost per result within the first, you should check it within the first 6 hours. Okay, what was your cost per result? Then the next 6 hours, check it again. What's your cost per result? The next 6 hours, check it again. What's the cost per result? Then look at it. Is it stabilizing or is it reducing? If it's reducing, then your ad is doing extremely well. If it's stabilizing, then your ad is still doing well. But if it is getting worse, let's say that the first 6 hours you have 100 naira per result, then the next 6 hours you have 200 naira per result, then the next 6 hours you have 300 naira per result, then the next 6 hours you have 400 naira per result, then that means that the ad is doing worse, right? But if you started with the first 6 hours you have, let's say you have 100 naira per result, then the next 6 hours you have 150 per result, then the next 6 hours you have 140 per result, the next 6 hours you have 120 per result, and does not pass 200, then your ad is stabilizing, it's getting better. So you shouldn't off it. You should let it still run, right? So you should consider the performance of your ad based on the data you have, not based on how long or the days. No, it is the data that determines whether you should let the ad to keep running or not, right? So lastly, you shouldn't touch your campaign unless it had at least 48 hours and enough data to make meaningful conclusion. Why? Because Meta need time to optimize, so let the algorithm breathe before you start tweaking anything. 48 hours max, right? Leave it for 48 hours. Don't touch it. Just leave it. You get. Don't be emotionally attached to your ad, right? If it does not do well, you have learned something. You just need to change your creative, you need to change some things, right? Tweak it. So a bad ad is not bad business. A bad ad is a lesson learned. So once you have learned the lesson, you are now going to work on the lesson you have learned on the new ad you're going to spend. The truth is that once you have got a winning ad, all the money that you think that you have lost in the ad that not well will be recovered times 10, right? So let Meta enough time to optimize before you start doing any changes. I believe you have learned something about how long should I let an ad run before judging performance. I said the answer is you should judge the performance of your ad based on data, not based on time, right? The data is what will give you the idea whether the ad is doing well or not, right? So before you go, I want to introduce you to my three courses. The Don't Lead Generation Ad course, the done e-coms ad mastery product mastery blueprint, and the last one is the low ticket offer success blueprint. Now these three powerful courses are very important to me because I pour out all my knowledge, I pour out all my experience in these courses, and I believe that anyone that gets it is going to learn a real deal. Now, for this first one will teach you how to run lead generation ads, on Facebook. This one is going to teach you how to run e-commerce ad, people that sell physical product right online. This course is actually for you. And this course is selling for 20,000 naira. This course is selling for 15,000 naira. Then low ticket offers success blueprint. This course is a mini course, right? And it is a in this course, what I did was that I showed how I was able to make 100,000 naira from a 10K ad, right? So it's like a me showing how I run a successful ad. It's like a what will I call it now? A success, you know, me success ad that I had. Then I now showed you how I was able to set it up and how I was able to, get it done. So this course is a mini course. So that means that for you to get the course, you should already have an audience, you should already have knowledge on Facebook ad. This ad is not for beginners, right? I just went straight to the point how I was able to make 100K from a 10K ad. So, and the interesting thing is that if you get any of this course, you're going to get this one for free. So, but if you're going to get just only this one, it's 5,000 naira. This is 20,000 naira, and this is 15,000 naira. But if you get any of these two, you're going to get this one for free. So, if you're interested, reach out to me on WhatsApp. My phone number is going to be in the description, and you can also get these courses separately on Seller. The link also is going to be in the description. See you tomorrow for the next question we're going to be answering.